was like, oh, you trying to be black, that he just being himself. So what is like the culture? What is being black? Like, and that's like when black people are educated, they say you're trying to be white. That bothers me. Just because somebody's educated does not mean that they're white. So we equate whiteness to education.
Hello? Hello? Hey, hey, morning on inside. I just had a quick question. I'm not sure if you guys already discussed it. If you guys,
You in the
I'm on the
matrix,
road.
say it again. You're in the matrix. We say it one more time.
I'm sorry, I'm on the road. Hello? Hello? Hey, hey, morning on inside. I just had a quick question. I'm not sure if you guys already discussed it. If you guys,
You in the
I'm on the
matrix,
road.
say it again. You're in the matrix. We say it one more time.
I'm sorry, I'm on the road. I just want to say good morning, and I don't know. I was wondering, like, what was Charlie Kirk saying about black people? Like,
With
Oh,
all right, hold on. I'm gonna try to. I don't know. Let me see.
Kirk has no problem putting his true beliefs about anyone who isn't a white, rabid conservative like
what does
me
that
on
mean?
full display. We're gonna remove my appendix, and you're a black lesbian. See a black pilot, you
Which
wonder,
day?
you say,
You
I
guys
hope
Israel?
they are qualified. If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. I'm dealing with somebody in customer service
Put that
who's a
on.
moronic black woman. I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really hard. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52. I'm going to trust the Lord. I know what we're saying is true. I was disappointed because I said, listen, guys, you could hate what I'm doing. You could criticize it. You live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist. Okay? I live what I say. What do I do? I do. Kirk has no problem putting his
I
true
don't know if
belief.
you can hear that, but
no, I can hear it.
I
I
can
can
play some
hear it.
more. I mean, it's just so many. That's just
No, no,
one.
no. I can hear it. I've actually heard context of some of those things he said. Um, but everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got their right to their opinion, and that's fair.
Okay.
I can see why you guys feel that way. I was just I don't know. I just haven't heard from the community. I haven't been in Clubhouse in a while. I just thought I'd pop in and see what you guys were talking about, and that's it. Thank you for your
You-
time,
Wow, what's going
Well,
We
on?
good. How
how do
you
you feel
feel
about
about
it?
it?
Don't leave that fast, nigga.
Charlie. No, I mean I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I just see, I thought these guys were more of like about like him, like, oh, we need to like get off the food stamps and like get jobs and crime and stuff like that. Now, well, the stuff he played was um, it definitely sound harsh. Not a lot of context to it. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
I mean,
You said
some
not a lot of
things.
context.
Well, you
So
can see.
I
Actually, you
was
can
about to
see
say
it. You
some
can see the
things,
context.
some things that sound like it don't need context. But
Uh.
um, I've never heard that stuff personally, so this is my first time hearing
I
some of
got
that
you.
stuff. So yeah, so
Hey,
I
hey,
mean,
I
hey,
got
I'm not here to
Tony.
judge
25
like
quotes.
nobody. I just want to know what everybody
Now
else
you
was.
good, Tony?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I
That's what I'm
know.
trying to understand because it's like you came up here to put in a submission, then you asked me a question like, so what has he been saying? So when I gave you the clips and so you heard it out of his own mouth, then it's like, okay, now you want to dial back. But what did you want to say at first before I actually played that audio?
No, I just wanted to know how you guys were like feeling about it. That's it. I mean, I ain't want
I feel like
one
it's
way or
more
the
to
other.
this,
But he
but
still ain't
okay.
gave his position though, because it
Yeah,
sounds like
that's
he
all I'm
giving
saying.
brushback. Like, what is your
From
like?
before
You
when I
came in with the
bef-
with the topic, so what is your position on the topic?
okay, so before when I came here initially, I didn't think nothing ill of the man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to know how everybody else like felt about it. That's it,
Okay.
and that's how you learn. You know what I
Hey
mean?
Tony.
Because now I'm here
Yeah,
to
yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
No, go
hey
ahead,
Tony,
go ahead.
real quick. So
Yeah,
after you heard that, right? Did your position
yeah.
change a little bit?
I think I definitely feel like I should look into some stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes things get said. I've heard it 1,000 times on the stage here. Like I was there, like when Wack and CEO week first started this room. I heard things get like misconstrued or like um, I don't know, taken out
Yeah.
of
All right.
position or
So hold on,
whatever.
hold on.
So
So Tony, real quick, real quick.
yeah,
So whatever job you do, business, whatever. If I said when I walk in and see you, I gotta wonder if he's qualified or is it something else. What
that's
more
what
context do you need?
ah, that's what I said. That's why I just said that. Like some things sounded like I didn't know. I never heard. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm glad I came in here and
But
asked.
that's not answering the question though. Dale is
Tony,
asking
No,
can
a
I ask you a
question.
question?
I
Like
just
like
said
you be dead. Like what up? Good, I'm listening.
no. I just said like no more context needed. When you say that, that's just it tells me
There you
everything.
go.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay. Okay.
That's what I said. Um, you know, I don't want to go as far as to say like racist. I'm sorry, I want to roll.
You're
No,
okay. I
you
just want to
Um,
good.
make sure you know that
Just
you're in the matrix. That's it.
pick another word, Tony, because you scared of that R word.
Right. That's
But
that's
no,
what
that's what you
right, Dale.
thinking.
That's what I'm trying to
I
get
don't
him
want
to
to just
hold
throw.
to.
I just don't want to throw labels and you know what I mean, stuff like that
Yeah, don't
around.
be
You know what I
scared of
mean?
the word. It
Uh,
mean what it mean.
He don't want to throw that word in, but he know that that's what that word
Oh
means.
hell
If a
yeah, because
black
he
per-
said.
if a
Yeah, go
black
ahead.
person said that about a white person, if I said that, y'all would say, "Cap, you
I
racist."
know. I
Wouldn't be
know.
even no big deal to say it if I said it. So if he's saying that, he's only saying it because it's a black worker. You
yeah.
questioning him, and that's a racist statement. And I'm saying that to say you wanted to hear it, but when Naughty played the content, you initially said it was kind of vague. That's not vague.
So,
That's
what,
extremely direct.
can I say something though?
Absolutely.
If I walk into a soul food place and I see white people behind the counter
Mm.
and I say, I don't know if this food gonna be hitting like that. Let's go somewhere else. I'm not really being racist. It's just
No,
That's
no, no, no.
different.
that's
Hold
Okay.
on, wait, wait,
Okay.
wait, wait, wait.
it's too
Oh,
polite
That
go
to
ahead,
be
is
Norm.
racist.
Go ahead.
not.
Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
not the
I'm not
same.
trying to
It's
debate
not
or
the
argue about
same.
it. I'm
But
just
it's
No,
I'm just
you
not
ain't
the
being
gotta
same
polite.
though.
argue. We
So
just talking, bro. Go ahead, Norm.
no, it's not about an argument. I want you to understand that when black people are in positions, right? Like they're hired, they're in positions because they worked hard for it. Just imagine people, white people, coming and say, "Oh, they must be a DEI hire." Oh, this company is too woke because we're seeing a black person in position. So when you're
Yeah,
seeing things like that,
yeah,
right, and you kind
yeah.
of question, like, okay, so are they using this DEI hire as like silent racism to say that when you see a black person that's smart, that's in a position or work in a company or have businesses or things like that, and they're working around a lot of white people, oh, they must be a DEI hire. You don't question that? Like, what is that? I don't. You think that's okay
No,
for
no,
him to say some shit like that?
no, not at all. Not at all. No, it's not. I've heard him on the
So
DEI
then what
thing.
reason would
I
so
didn't
then
hear
what
that
reason
clip.
so what reason would he be saying it?
Um,
You
prejudice
see,
against the
that's the problem
situation.
right there,
Hey,
Dale.
hey, I know. Hey, Tony,
So
That
real quick.
that Dale, that's it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah, you
That's
got
it
it.
right
Hey,
there.
Tony. So your
yeah,
parallel was a soul food place with white people, right?
no, I'm just
So
saying that
hold on,
this.
time out.
Yeah, yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
No,
It
you
was, it
good. You
was, it
good.
was,
I
it
don't.
was,
I'm not trying to set you up, fam.
it
We
was,
just talking. So listen, that was your comparison, right? So
it
what
was.
you're
Yes.
saying is okay. So the reason that those white people, you may question that is because culturally they may not be aware, not from a skill based technical type of background, as opposed to saying if I see a pilot, I'm nervous. That's a technical skill. Soul food is a cultural thing. So you're not being racist saying you're wondering, are they aware of what goes into this food from their background, not their skill set, intelligence. He said intelligence several times. That dude, that, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
direct shot. The soul food thing has nothing to do with intelligence. So you probably need another example because if you're thinking of it like that, you kind of mark. You get me?
No, no. I was just trying to like put on. I don't do this every day, man. I've been listening to you guys for
No, you
years, and
good.
I've
You
just been
doing
listening
good.
now.
Hey,
So I'm
listen,
not used
listen,
to
listen. You
being
you
on
in the
spot,
terror
like
dome. You doing good, Tony. You doing good.
We
Trust
like
me. Go ahead.
you already know how
Yeah,
to.
what I
If you
want to
listen to the
highlight too.
100 side, you would know how to say just say that,
Yeah,
and
he
that's
would
what we're
definitely
not
know how it go.
arguing. We
Right.
just want to know we're passionate about it. Like I want you to listen to this one too, and I want you to give your opinion on this one.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. I think it's worth it.
So do you think it? I guess he's one of those ones, for the amendment rights, right? Like I think he's. That's what he
I mean,
said. Like it's okay to have a couple of gun deaths. He was a part of the gun deaths this year. So what's wrong with that? He feels that it's important.
when you say what's wrong with that, you mean as far as what's wrong with what? What do you mean?
He's basically saying he thinks it's worth it for people to have a couple of gun deaths, right? Each year,
Mhm.
he thinks it's worth it. So if he thinks it's worth it, then I mean, it's
Then it's
worth
okay.
it.
What
Like he
happened to him?
died of a gun death. So what's the problem?
Okay, but like, so if you say it like that, what about? mm, I would have to have like more like knowledge, like because what I want to say is, so
No,
that's like
wait, wait.
saying,
Before you make a
well, I
comparison,
didn't get
right?
a chance
If
to
I
speak though. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I do, because brother, and
The irony,
before you
we say
respond,
the
right?
irony,
And the
yeah,
reason
the
and the
irony,
reason why
yeah,
that's yeah, the reason why that's important, because before you make a comparison, which you can do, you got to first address what Naughty is saying. Like, this man said he's okay with people dying so that they can keep the Second Amendment. And then he dies from what he said he's okay with. So Naughty's asking you, how do you feel about him saying that? Because of course, when he said that, the reason why it's ironic is because he don't think he's one of the ones that's going to die that way, but he's okay with other
Correct.
people dying. So that's why Naughty's asking you that question. So before you flip a parallel, as if what if somebody else died or something happened like this, at first at
yeah.
least address what he said. That's all.
No, no, he definitely said it. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I can't. It's nothing I could really say to that. Like, like, I mean, it happened. Like, like what I'm gonna say, like, good on you that it happened to you. No, I can't say
No,
that. He did say what he said, and unfortunately, that's how he died. But you know what I mean? But I mean, to jump up in the air
hey,
like they
Tone,
did
real quick.
Beret, like you know what I mean? I can't do
Hey,
that.
Tone,
You
can
know?
I ask you a question real quick if you don't mind?
Yeah,
You ain't gotta disclose too much.
yeah.
But you from the East Coast or you from West Coast?
From
Where you
Buffalo,
from?
New York.
Okay. I could kind of hear a little bit of that. Okay, cool. And then the other thing, if you don't mind, you ain't gotta admit this or not.
Yeah,
Do you support Trump or no? You don't have
I
to
vote
answer
for
that.
Trump.
Okay. I
Yeah.
kind of knew both of those things, but I just wanted the floor
Well, I know
because you
because
got to
everybody.
no, it's not a bad thing. Look, it's not a bad thing. It's just you
No,
got to know
yeah,
where a person is coming from, and then
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
kind of see it through their eyes. So what I'm saying is, I'm seeing it through your eyes. I just wanted
yeah.
to confirm a couple things so people would be like, oh, from that perspective, because
So,
it's making you some of the things that you may have thought before you started this conversation.
mhm.
You're getting a little bit of cognitive dissonance right now, which is uncomfortable for people,
No,
and we
I'm
can
not.
hear
I
it.
have no reason to like find like. I'm just,
Say again. I ain't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, I think he on the phone.
I'm having a little extra 15 minutes of my time, so I'm trying to concentrate
Oh
on
no, you
driving
good.
and
I
also having
hope
this
you think it's
conversation.
well spent. I hope you think it's well
Yes, I
spent.
mean,
You know
this.
what I
So
mean? I hope
listen,
you
I heard. I never heard some of the twins like he played. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't. I didn't. Damn, my wife is calling me. I didn't hear
Handle
that
that,
part of
Tony,
it.
and
You know
come
what I
back.
mean?
Handle that. First things first. Handle that.
You know what's funny,
Yeah.
Dale? I think when people
She,
speak on people's other, like when people talk about shit and then they speak on other people's livelihoods and it does not matter to them and they're so quick to say that it's needed or this to happen or this and that, right? But when it happens to them, it's a whole nother different feeling. So you don't care about Israel. You don't care about other people's lives. You don't care about black lives. You don't care about these things. You care about the Second Amendment. You care about hey, with these gun deaths, we need a few, so we can keep our God given right to bear arms. And then when it happens to you, now it's so much sympathy, it's so much, oh my God, it's family, it's all of this stuff. But you never gave the same energy to other people's families or other people's
Hey,
situations.
right.
And we see how much he brushed it off. So now it's to the point that I should have empathy and sympathy for this man that didn't give a fuck about
Right.
nobody else
Well,
in his conversations and
right.
dialogue.
Right. Well, you know the phrase, it ain't no fun what? When the rabbit got the gun, literally. So that's
Right.
just
And
what
so
it
you
is.
died. And now I'm seeing, okay, so I get it right. When people say, hey, I feel for his family. All right. So did y'all feel for Breonna Taylor's family when that happened to her? Did y'all feel for George Floyd's family when it happened to him? Did y'all feel for these? Are y'all still empathetic or empathize? Or do y'all feel some type of way with these people's families that are gunned down? Do you send them flowers? Do you pour into them when situations happens to them? Or you don't give a fuck, right? So now I should pour into, oh my God, I should have a level of empathy for his family when this man literally preached what he preached about other people's families, about other people's livelihood, and did not give a fuck about them. So now I should care. I don't give a fuck, right?
Well, yeah,
Rest in
and
peace. I don't wish death
right.
upon nobody, but it's ironic that the man, I feel like karma has no due date, right? And when it happens to you, then I should feel some type of way. No, basically, I feel the same way you feel about other people's deaths.
Yeah,
That's how I feel. So you can't be
yeah.
mad at me for feeling that way.
Well, and the irony too is that he mentioned MLK, right? And now he understands the price of words. Like, you want to talk about a martyr, now you are one. So, I mean, it is
It's
what
like
it
we
is.
don't
I don't think
You
he
gatekeep,
shouldn't have.
understand
and
that.
I hate that. It's like I'm starting to see like every other culture, every other race they gatekeep down. But when it comes to us, we can invite people at the table. We willing to bring everybody in the house. We love. It's like, bruh, but we don't even do that for each other. But we always doing that for somebody else's race. It bothers the fuck out of me when we go through the same shit. It's like, oh, okay. But when somebody
And
else
you know what's
outside of the
crazy?
race, I don't know.
You know
What you
what's
say?
crazy too is like we ain't got nothing to do with this man dying, but because we ain't got no empathy, now it's like black people are being guilt tripped into having empathy for this man.
That's what they doing. They're
Yeah,
saying
they
why
like
lives
they
Yeah.
trying
matter
to
right
have
now.
empathy. But I remember when George Floyd died, they said he didn't die from that knee on his neck. There was no white empathy for his death. There's no white empathy for really nobody fights to tell black people, hey, have empathy for this black person dying, whether they got something to do with it or not. This is white on white crime. So why are we now being vilified if we don't have empathy for it, especially knowing what he said about black people? Like why are black people coming in and questioning what we feel about somebody dying? When niggas
Hey, so
die,
Cat.
black people don't have. And right here, Dale. Black people don't
No, you
have this.
good. No, I had a question
Yeah,
for you
black
so you
people don't.
can
Oh,
continue.
okay, good, good, Dale. Good.
No, I was going to say, so have you seen, because I haven't checked online and stuff, is there a big contingent of uh us coming to like the empathetic rescue or something? I
Yeah,
haven't
like
looked yet.
Yes,
I did
yes,
a
Oh,
live
okay.
yes.
when I did a live stream yesterday. I had people calling, asking like, why not? When black
Okay.
people die at the hands of other black people, don't know the black people don't fight for empathy. If you don't have no care for a black person dying, don't nobody have no fight for that shit. But when a white person die, we got to have some type of empathy for it. Niggas die every day. There's a white man that fucking died. Whether a person has empathy or not, you have the freedom to do so. If I saw a fight for black people having empathy for other black people that die, I get it. But why the fuck we care about Charlie dying when he wasn't killed by a black person? We ain't got nothing to do with it. All the shit that he said about black people, why the fuck anybody care if we got empathy for him or not, man? Fuck him.
Right. I got an answer for you too, Cat. It ain't a popular one. But a lot of times, and being older, so I've seen this over the years, right? We want to show that we not the heartless, blah 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 that they are. But when you're not running nothing, that doesn't serve you. Like we want to show that we more human, to separate ourselves from being cold. But we need to be cold. Like you preach that all the time. Not preach, but you deliver that message all the time. But we want to show our human side because we're different than them. And that never really benefited us. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree, but this ain't even a black problem,
No, but
really.
that's my
Like,
point.
if
That's my
we
point
hadn't,
though.
yeah,
That's my point.
no, that's why I'm agreeing. Yeah, that's why I'm agreeing with you. Like, we ain't really got to have no opinion either
At
way.
all.
The only reason it, the only reason it involves black people is because of the things that he said about black people. But this is not a black person that did it. If he wasn't talking about a black problem when he got shot, he was talking about transgenders. That's not a black problem, so to speak. That's a general, that's a
They
human
got somebody in
problem or
custody, or do we
whatever.
miss that?
The people that they had in custody, they let go.
So we don't know who shot him.
No, they don't know. There
Nah,
was actually a
they just
video.
put a little post. They
I
found
got, I got a
that.
question for you, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead. Before you do that, I know No Jumper just made a post where they were showing cats standing behind. I think it's No Jumper. They had these two white men standing behind. They said they looked like they was making hand gestures and
Right,
shit
right, right.
before the shot rang out. Yeah, I saw that too.
Say
Yeah.
Amanda Seals is at a college and she's talking to these students, and then somebody on the building shoots her.
I was just talking
Do
about
we
you,
have
Lavish. You was at the gym? You don't go to the gym, right? You said if Amanda Seals gets shot by a sniper, go ahead.
huh? What's the air then?
We'd have to see
Keep
why.
Amanda's out of your mouth.
Now, I like Amanda Seals, though. If Amanda Seals got shot, right, got hit by a sniper, black people wouldn't be going to white people to ask what y'all feel about this. So that's why I'm trying to see what your actual question. I don't understand what your question
Okay. If Thomas fucking Frank went to a college and
is.
spoke to some college students
Hmm.
and got shot by a sniper, what would you feel about it?
Who's Thomas Frank?
Exactly.
Right, right,
Fuck the
right.
nigga message. Fuck the person. To be honest, I think the problem is
Well,
motherfuckers
somebody
going to
clearly said
schools and
fuck the
send them.
person because they shot the
Right,
motherfucker.
right, right. That's
Right.
cool and all. You can have your opinion about the man. That's great. But the problem is, and I think the world, Twitter, all that shit, focusing
Hmm.
on.
I'll up the ante for you. So, like when I first spoke about this, I said at the surface level, all this shows that America has a violence problem.
Here we go.
To isolate it to black on black crime, white on white crime, X Y Z like that.
Get into that.
America has a America.
You
No,
can't
no.
you
Hear what
can't
I'm
say
saying.
to isolate
No,
it, but
no,
then you're one of the people that's feeding into it. Oh,
no.
black
I'm
people.
not.
This is
Wait,
not
wait.
a
Slow
black
down. Slow
problem.
down. Slow down.
This is
Slow
not
down.
a black problem. You
Hold on.
just
Slow
said it.
down. Slow down. I'm
That's the
not pre.
idiocracy of
I
it. To
just
be
want to
honest.
respond. No, no. The reason why I have to say this is not a black problem is because when I give an opinion, black people are telling me that I have to be compassionate about it. The reason why we talk about
How
black
can a
on black
black person
crime
tell
and you
you
never
how
hear
you
white
feel?
on white crime,
That doesn't
all
make
you got to do is
sense.
just stop interrupting and hear the point. The reason why we talk about black on black crime is because white America created that. You've never heard of the term white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime. We only hear black on black crime. Black people are the only ones that live in America that have been on a defense since we've been in America. So when we speak about problems, it's coming from a defensive position, not an offensive position. Even this white boy dying, it's black people that are immediately being put on the defense and are forced to have compassion. We're forced to feel away. But when a black person dies, nobody forces other races to feel the same way that they force us to feel. So don't make it seem like we just voluntarily just coming out here saying this, and this. It's because we're being put on a defense. There's a difference. There's a difference in the way a black person lives in America and every other race that lives in America. So
Oh,
don't
so
be that naive.
you must not have been following the shit. I see what's going on.
I follow the whole entire thing.
It's
No, I
another.
thought. Okay.
No, I just wanted to say it's also another thing that.
You got motherfuckers literally celebrate. Who gives it? If motherfucker don't like him, great. I ain't really fuck with him either.
Okay, when
He was
George Floyd got
definitely
shot, they
a
celebrated that
bigot.
shit too.
Great,
White people applaud. Okay, then.
great,
So
and that
again, that's
also
why
was
the
a
first thing
problem.
I said, the
That
first
also
thing I
was a
said,
problem.
right, and that's why
I
I
did.
said
You
the
wanted me
first
not to
thing I
cut
said.
you off, right?
But you
Remember
kept
that?
cutting me off though.
Remember that?
But you kept cutting
Remember
me off
that?
though.
But y'all
This
just
ain't
But you
cut me off.
this ain't the corner,
no, but
okay?
you kept cutting me
This
off
ain't the
though.
corner,
You
bruh.
gotta give
This ain't the
respect to get
corner.
it though.
All right.
But you gotta
So
give it to get it though.
since this ain't the
This
corner,
man talking.
you gonna let me talk.
Cross the
Right,
line.
but you gotta
Cross
Yeah.
the
but
line.
hey
I'm just
Lavish, I
I
playing.
don't
let
have
Okay,
you
no
let me
speak.
rest in
problem.
my
No,
I
listen,
let you
femininity.
listen.
speak. I
I
let you
got you.
speak.
I
All
got you.
right,
And
cool.
no, you eventually did.
All right, so eventually give me
So
mine.
I'll give you that
Give me
respect.
mine.
Just remember the
Yeah,
respect.
just give me mine. Like I said. So celebrating is ridiculous because nobody knew him. This person was known, and of course, the taste that he left in people's mouth, people gonna be like, fuck him. You said a lot of crazy shit about blacks and how they should be in slavery. You said a lot of dumbass shit. But I think we overlook what the fuck actually happened. Somebody took a fucking rifle to a fucking school full of kids, full of fucking college, a college campus, and got a shot off. That shouldn't
Right.
fucking happen.
Hey, that's
So
true, lad.
can I
Fuck,
say?
Oh,
like
go
Yeah,
ahead.
fuck
No,
your
yeah.
No, I just want to
biases.
say
Fuck
this really
all the
quickly,
no I,
biases
just to
is
add
what.
in some nuances to the
Man.
conversation.
you,
And we can talk about again. I don't want to say shout outs to makeup because we talked about this earlier and how dangerous it can also be to be a content creator with your own opinions, right? And when it comes to voicing your opinions, and then you get, I want to say, clout or attention off of your opinions, and how your opinions can also be dangerous in a way where people can feel so much like they can feel some type of way that they're willing to kill you for your opinion, right? And so I understand a man had an opinion and that's his opinion. Got it, right? And it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I don't agree with somebody losing their lives for their opinion, especially when it is what it is. But oftentimes we're seeing lavish that people are losing their lives for their opinion, right? And freedom are it's not the freedom of speech is really not free because there are consequences to that to freedom of speech, right? So we got to realize this man have rubbed people the wrong way so much that people were willing to get a rifle to kill this man in broad daylight. So that also plays a factor when you're being a content creator and you're speaking that you can speak to people and they feel some type of way. They feel so strongly about hating you that they're willing to kill you for their hatred that they have for you.
If I could add one more element too, there's a responsibility from the way people speak about content as well. That's why I highlighted the first thing I said was America has a violence problem. With which Lavish applauded that when I said that. I don't know why you act like I didn't say that. But when it comes to having an opinion, everybody got an opinion on everything. When anybody dies, when anybody lives, everybody got their opinion. You're entitled to it. That's what the First Amendment um, is all about. But on the violence, nobody has a right. Excuse me, nobody should have their uh, life taken away from them. Now, from a conspiracy part, we don't even know if that was really about anything other than maybe they just wanted to kill him. Maybe they wanted to shoot him. Same thing with Trump. People feel Trump shooting was a setup. He just didn't lose his life. He sure won that election afterwards, though. But black people should not have to be forced to feel a certain way. If they have their opinion, they should be able to have that opinion because after you get past nobody deserves to die, now the person that dies, everybody reflects on the life that they live, what they spoke about, their principles, their character, XYZ like that. And so the black people that feel like they don't care about him dying or they care about him dying is all based on the things that he has said. So now your reputation does matter in death. just like your reputation matters in life. And if you had a fucked up, like if I died, white people are not gonna be saying, "Man, I'm so sad Tazaryach died." They're gonna say, "Man, another nigga died. I'm glad. I'm tired of seeing this nigga XYZ because of the way that I speak."
Yeah,
So
you
now
don't
the
have to
way that
kiss
he,
his boots anymore.
that's right. We ain't got to kiss his boots no more. None of that shit. So for him dying, it should not be expected for black people to feel any type of way about him. Like nobody should be surprised at the way black people feel about Charlie passing away because of Charlie's reputation with black people. Now let's say if his reputation with black people was good, was decent, and I even just told, let's say he was a Republican or conservative, and so your only difference with him was your political position, then that's different. He just believed in, let's say, if he was against abortion or if he was for abortion, and so you're the opposite of something like that. But it's things that he said that he knew would offend black people. What he said about Martin Luther King, what he said about the pilot, what he said about
Slavery.
other, there was slavery. All of those things is not going to make him die, and black people going to be like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry he died." Some black people going to be like, "Man, I'm glad I ain't got to
Yeah,
hear that shit
here's the
no more."
catch. Hey, Cav, I'll tell you what the catch is. So, because we not running things, right? When you show up to work or when you show up somewhere, right? And people are talking about it, I know this from being in corporate for years, right? Your response is gauged. So it's an invisible type of pressure or
Mm-hmm.
expectation. You get me? You
Yeah,
can't
what's your
speak
opinion
on
on
it.
this?
You can't speak on it, right? You don't even want to speak on it. But if you do, you have to know how to toe the line for your personal views versus whatever your career or your business ventures are.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they don't have to toe that line. That is the invisible pressure. And I've experienced that for years. Like years ago when 9/11 happened and all that, and everybody was wearing these flag shirts, I didn't wear them. And I'm in a bank in corporate. And they're like, why are you not wearing the shirt? They gave out these shirts. And I said, when the flag was stitched, I was in bondage. So that's like career suicide stuff, but you're put in that position. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Because that was your opinion, right?
That was
And
my
that's what
that
happened
was
when
my
people
I
can
don't like
judge
this. I
you.
don't like this phrase, so I'm gonna use it so people know what I'm saying. That
Uh-huh.
was my truth, but that was the truth. I don't like my truth because there could be another side to it, but that was the truth. Like I was like, that flag has nothing to do with me because I was picking cotton when y'all stitched that thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
but you wasn't though, and right, and so like even when we had those like we can say
What you
Ed
mean you
Fisher
wasn't?
was
No,
like
I
was
don't
making.
understand that. I don't
Okay, hold on,
understand that.
wait. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you why, right? So when we just had a conversation and like Lavish, are you still here? Because I think that you can attest to
Hmm.
this. That
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes that we can like okay, America is free enough that we can do certain said things that we can do in this country that we can't do in other countries, right? And so we're living that type of life. You were never living the life of a slave. So why rest in slavery when you never experienced slavery? Your ancestors
No, you're missing.
experienced it.
You're really missing it. So
No,
the
I'm not. I get
celebration.
exactly what you're
Hold
saying,
on.
but
It's okay. It's okay. Take out the you're missing it part. Sorry about that. So listen, you're speaking about that time, right? The shirt is reflective of that time. The celebration is for what happened that year, 1776. So I'm not living in 1776, but they are. Are you getting me?
right,
So
but
I'm going to reflect to you. Hold on. I'm going to reflect to you what 1776 meant from this side. If they were living in today, I'd be living in today. Are you getting me? So it's not me picking the time frame that the perspective is coming from. I'm not saying everything is through slavery's eyes. You've heard me talk against that for years. I don't want no
uh huh.
handouts. Just give me an opportunity and leave me
Hmm.
alone. They're the one turning back the clock and forgetting what was going on at that time. So I'm reminding them. That's it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just feel like it can the American flag can mean a multitude of things. Like we have Black Americans, right? And so black meaning Black American and understanding there were Black people that passed away in 9/11 that was in that
That's a
building,
separate
right?
conversation. I
Secretaries,
already,
etc.
that's a separate, I knew people. That's
What
a separate conversation. That's a
so if
separate, wait a minute, that's a separate expression of, I even went to the site, said a prayer for the people I knew. And it like, that's a whole nother conversation. Like, I'm just simply talking about What I'm talking about to make the point of you're forced sometimes in certain environments where you wouldn't even want to talk about it
Hmm.
to have an opinion. That's what Cap is trying to say. Like you're forced to show that you're not happy about it. Like you don't even want to be asked about it. You're
Right.
just
So
putting those
I'll go back to the
scenarios
root.
sometimes.
I was just giving nuances to what you said. So like there's parts where I agree with it and there's parts that I don't. And so that's why I said what I said, right? But I also agree with what you said as well. Like sometimes, especially this is a talking app, right? And so we had a person, Tony, that just came up here and asked us our opinion about it. So what's your opinion about it? And so when you say your opinion and they don't like what you said about it, then it's all this pushback and it gives them the right to judge you off the opinion that
Right.
you didn't care to
And it
talk
ain't
about,
even our
right?
business.
So,
Right.
so I'll give you a prime example of when he had asked about like Lavish had asked about Amanda Seals, right? So she's on live and somebody asked her, well, what is your thought about Charlie? So now that gives a line, that's the root of him ask or that individual asking, hey Amanda, what do you feel about it? And so now that she gives her opinion, then oh my God, why are you so mean or why are you that? But that is her opinion on it. So now you're vilifying her for her opinion that she does not empathize with this individual. She doesn't sympathize towards him at all. Shit, life is life. That's fucked up. Like, nobody deserves to die. But at the same time, I can't empathize or have any sympathy for this man that passed away because he also did not have sympathy or empathize towards nobody else's, especially black lives and black bodies. So why the fuck should I care so much more? That's just like if you tell me, Dale, your mother died, I can tell you, rest in peace, my condolences. But I wouldn't have the same feeling as you because that's your mom. I don't know your mom. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can have sympathy for you. I can't empathize that because I've never experienced losing my mother.
Right. No, that's fair.
I
Yeah.
think I think the the big problem here is that there's two minority groups that have very opposite beliefs, and they're causing a lot of fucking turmoil. And I wish both of them would just go the fuck away, so everybody that's in the middle and just want to live and take care of their families can live in peace.
Right. Like what's the
What's the two
groups? Like you're
minorities?
saying two extremist views? Like what you saying?
Yeah, what's
Lab.
the two minorities?
Yeah, what are the
What are
groups
the
though?
two
Oh yeah,
minorities?
yeah, yeah. What's the group?
Super fucking we hate black folks and a super we hate white folks.
Oh,
I
okay,
just wish
okay.
they'd vanish. I just wish they'd vanish. So everybody that's in the middle, which is the fucking majority,
That's true.
can live.
Silent
The
majority. You're
person
right.
that died,
You're right about
I
that.
don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. But the person that died was on the side that is the primary in the subject that we talk about. I would actually call that the majority.
Call
Right. The
that the
person. Yeah.
minority, not the
That's
majority.
not the
No,
majority,
no,
cat.
no,
That's not the
no. The reason
majority,
why I
cat.
say majority.
Hap is on the.
No, no. What I'm saying.
He's
Wait,
going
wait,
to say that.
hold on. No, 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 no. That's not true. I'm calling the white side the majority because I'm on the defense. We don't start this whole hate white people. It's a defense because of what they did to us
White
first and have
supremacy.
never stopped. So we can't. There's no way you can say two minorities. There's always has to be an offense and defense. If any crime is being committed, there's an offense and there's defense. If you stand your ground, you're standing your ground because you're defending against something. So my positions and takes on white America is not because I woke up, white America did nothing to me, and I just decided to hate them because they're white. I ain't afraid of the color white. I don't give a fuck about the color white. It's the history of us in America by this regime as to why we are. So don't be. I would agree with you when you say it should go away. I agree with you. But don't call it two minority positions unless maybe you saying the minority position is because at the surface level they try to act like it's not like that when it is.
Hmm.
Because if on the books we're three-fifths of a man, if on the books all men are created equal, but it didn't include us, unless you're telling me those amendments are going away, all of that represents the majority.
Hold on, cat. I
Correct.
gotta. Oh,
All right. So wait,
go
let me
ahead, lab.
respond to that.
Sorry.
Let me
Yep.
respond to that. So they're both minorities. One minority has all the power. The other minority has none. So the top minority looks like a majority because they have the power, but they're still a minority.
Yeah, I gotta support him on that one, Cat. Their influence is the majority because they have that
Break down
power.
that
But
so I can understand before you go there.
hold on, real quick. Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
I got
I
you.
just want to say, yeah, I don't want to say this so you and Lavish can respond because I'm confused about minority. Are you saying,
Okay.
are y'all saying the people that push what y'all consider the racist agenda is the minority? Is that what y'all
Yeah,
mean? Is
watch
that what you're
this.
saying is the
Yeah,
minority?
Yeah, so
yeah.
not
Yeah,
influence.
I
They're the
disagree with that.
majority. Hold on. They're the majority of influence, but we're talking about numbers, right? So statistically, they are a minority. Like it could be 1 out of 1,000 of them or 1 out of 100 of them that feel that way, but their influence of that one, whether it be Elon or this or that, will sway the other 99. Are you getting me? So numerically, I think what he's saying is minority in that
It's
extreme
like
view.
this. It's like
But
this,
the
Dale.
influence is majority. Does that make sense? Is that right, Laugh? Like they
Organized. Okay. So when you got a radical person on the fuck the white people side and they can galvanize a lot of people, even if they was in the middle, a motherfucker who
right,
talk good
right.
can make motherfuckers who really just want to go to work believe what they saying and galvanize them, especially when incidents like this happen. Same for the other side, for the fuck black people shit. You can take people who really just want to go to work and live and take care of their family, but since they got a voice and can talk good, they galvanize people. Yeah, if that makes sense. I don't
He
think
know
it's
what
I
it
get
hard.
is
what y'all
I don't
because
saying,
think
but
it's.
it's
I
hard to
just I'm gonna tell
grasp
you
at
what.
all.
No,
Let me say
I
this
get.
last sentence, Cap,
Okay,
and then I
there.
want you to.
Good.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, just from COINTELPRO or whatever else, right? The Messiah thing. That's it. That Messiah thing is a minority, meaning a person who has that amount of influence or whatever, but their impact could be what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get
Yeah.
them out of here. That's all.
Like when black people are the majority, like y'all fight me all the time on my racism. I really prejudice because I can't really be racist. Y'all fight me. Y'all are black people that fight me on it. There is no sect of white people that are fighting other white people because they're racist, because
That's
they're
not true.
oppressive.
That's not true,
Just let me.
Cat. That's not
You
true,
gotta
though,
let.
Cat.
You gotta let me
I'm
finish
sorry, but
my
okay.
position. I forget. And so, what I mean, y'all look at the guy Charlie. He could be like somebody on the left, like the opposite of me, so to speak. The way he talks about black people. But the judge that makes sure we get found guilty, the cop that arrests us, the COs that make sure we get put in a hole and shit like that. The job, the whole reason why they got DEI is to force people to hire you. And since they took DEI away and now they don't have the force, they not hiring. All of that represents what y'all are calling the minority. That's the majority that we're fighting. There's no way in hell black people are only fighting a minority or a small percentage of white people and the oppression and racism and white supremacy that they're doing. Just because they're not bold talking like a Charlie would talk does not mean that they don't represent Charlie. Charlie is just their face
Correct.
while everybody else is silent. Nobody has to talk like Charlie because Charlie is our face. So when Charlie talks, I'm making sure what he does gets put in the books. We're the minority because for all the talking, not only do I have an uphill battle with my own people who fight me more than white people do, by the way, I also have nothing in place where I can sign documents to affect the change that I'm saying. All I can do is just talk. They don't just talk, they lock up, they don't hire, they redline. All of those things
Prison.
are the
Prison.
majority. Y'all
So
smoking crack right now.
Nah,
I'm gonna
Cat.
say
Nah.
this, even though you're
Go ahead,
not gonna
lad.
understand it. I don't agree with that point. Uh, so the system was created by a minority, which was the wealthy whites, the ones that had all the power. The system was created, jobs were created and given to poor whites. Poor whites were galvanized. It just is what it is.
Yeah, we conflating two things,
Yeah, I
man.
mean,
You
it's
know what I
it's,
mean?
it's simple. Dale, I get that you get it. I don't
Yeah.
expect Cap to get it. I mean, that's why
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, we don't have to keep talking about it, but
So are you
you
saying
got
that
your
people
opinion.
are not strong minded to see through the fuckery and they're willing to get on the bandwagon if it sounds okay and sounds all right? Is that what you're saying, Lavish? And they really never had that rhetoric at first, but since it's a group of people, they just like fuck it. I might as well just hop in and be racist too. Is that what you're
Well,
saying? Or?
no,
innately, people going to go towards what looks like them,
that's biology.
right?
Yeah, that's just come
And
on.
right. So if something happens to a white man and then they see a lot of black folks um, doing things like saying "glad this nigga dead" type shit, it's gonna shock them. Be like, man, fuck y'all then. God damn it, blah, 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 blah. You know, Billy Bob and them. But it is what it is, man. I just wish in a perfect world, I wish both of them shits would just go away and motherfuckers could live normally. But that's fucking wishful thinking at best.
No, I agree with you, but I really feel like in a
Uh-uh.
perfect world, I think that we should also have the same privileges. We should have the same rights. We should have the same. It should never still be separate. We should have the same education. We should be allowed to do certain said things, not because that we're black. A lot of oftentimes we don't have the same opportunities as our white counterparts. So if it's equal down the line, I agree with you for sure.
I would say,
Well,
I
here
don't want to
go.
see no more systemic
I don't know if
Here
racism
goes.
it's
I,
or
that,
I
none of
would
man.
that.
say, I would say that, and we ain't got to go back and forth with this conversation, but this is another example. Even when you say that, right? And that's why I made a point to say that time until something happens between black and white, then y'all be pro me for a little bit, but y'all
Bro, what
fight
you
me.
talking about? Nigga, you add to the fire.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
just finish
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I ain't never done nothing to no white
You
man.
say
Never. I
all.
ain't never. What?
That
Say it
all
again.
word is the word I got a problem with.
I'm speaking in general. I shouldn't have to
No, no,
speak. So
all don't mean
me,
general.
Lavish, and Dell been talking about. We've been saying that terminology the whole
You
time.
say all white people are this, and all. I don't agree with
I
that,
said
homie.
what? You said I said what?
Yeah, y'all keep saying that shit as if,
All right,
nigga,
no problem. I'll take all out. White.
if the
When
white people
I
did
get
not, if we didn't get assistance from them,
Still
nigga,
be
we
we
still
ain't get
be
no
fucked
assistance from
up.
them. We ain't get no assistance from them.
Huh?
But
yeah.
listen, man,
Wait,
we
wait,
ain't get no
wait. So you
assistance from
telling
them.
me on the escape, the white folks wasn't helping us, bro?
Come on,
When
kid.
I'm
They
saying we
wasn't
don't get no
feeding hot.
assistance,
No, that's what I'm saying. The all
when I'm
word.
saying y'all want to talk about
White folks
assistance,
hung from trees for helping black folks too.
yeah, show me them white folk that hung
They
from trees.
did. Come
It
on,
don't even hold.
Cat.
It don't even hold a
Man,
candle.
it
So I mean,
doesn't
Hey, Cat.
matter. They did,
it does
bro.
matter.
You can't
Listen,
discredit
man.
the ones that help.
I'm not discrediting nobody. I'm not. This ain't about discrediting. Me and Lavish was having a conversation. He said we were both minorities, and my only position is that they're the majority.
No, the
The
few.
minority that
So what?
what Wack is talking about. What Wack is talking about is the minority that I would agree with, but majority are against us. That's the minority.
Yes, but
When
that's
you
not
I
say the
true.
tell
few
you
whites
what.
that
Not
I
helped us,
tell you
true.
what.
when you say the few,
I
hold on,
tell you
are
what.
y'all smoking fucking
Here
crack?
goes the
The few
thing.
people that Wack just
I'm gonna
said
give him
get
another
lynched
thing
for us,
about the all
man,
shit.
y'all niggas is cat.
This black dude is a child molester, so all black dudes are child molesters because he did it.
We was all using the term all. We understood what that
Ah,
meant.
fuck
If all
all.
bothers
I
people,
don't
fine.
agree
We
with
ain't got to
all.
use all. But what y'all talking about with white people getting lynched, white people helping free slaves, that represents the minority of white
That's
people.
great,
That
but
does
I'm
not
just
represent
saying,
the majority. But
let's not
that's all I'm
turn a
talking about.
blind eye to it, bro.
We're not
Because
having a conversation about a blind eye. We're having a conversation about minority versus majority. That's the conversation we're having.
what you mean
Nobody's
minority versus majority?
Can you give him a
Bro, here
recap,
goes the
Lavish?
thing, right? Like I'm in the real world. Yo, Cap, all you rest of you motherfuckers who dreamers, check this out, right? Check this the fuck out. Nigga, if I'm empowered of anything, my motherfucking position is to remain in power. Everything I position, right, is to stay in power. So how the fuck are you mad
about a group of people because they're doing the very same thing that we would do if we were initially empowered. They have been losing ground, as a matter of fact. They've been losing ground because some of their poor decision making when it came to money. We could create this league and it'll make us tons of money and they could be the entertainment, not knowing that we was gonna take that shit and start using it to become empowered by way of influence. I am not
I ain't
mad
said
at
none of that.
no
I don't care
people
about white
for
people trying to be
positioning
white.
themselves to stay in power when it was they shit that they empowered, however they empowered it. So now let's
I don't
ask the
care
question.
how they empowered it, but I have a right to
I'm
speak
not,
and have
I'm
an
not,
opinion about
listen.
it.
What you need to focus on is gaining your own fucking power.
That's exactly what we're doing. And I can talk
No,
about
not
what is
crying
happening
about
to
it.
my people. Who
Oh,
crying?
I hate the
What am I
white
crying?
boy
What am I crying
because
about?
he
What am I crying
controls the
about?
government. Well, we got
I
black
never,
people
I
in the
ain't said that.
government now.
I ain't never
We
said that.
got black people
I ain't said that.
supreme in the Supreme Court. We didn't have black presidents. We got black congressmen, black
And
mayors.
ain't shit changed for black people. So I ain't said nothing about no
You out your
government. I
dumbass
don't give a
mind.
fuck. I don't give a fuck about white
Go
people
tell
trying to
your great
empower
great
themselves.
granddaddy
But
that.
I do have a right to
Can you
speak
tell
and
your
have an
great great
opinion,
grandfather that
just like
nothing's changed
everybody else is
for
entitled.
black
Like
people?
this, and this is a prime
This nigga
example
crazy.
of when I said this is a prime example of
These
when
the
I
type of
said
niggas you need
I
to
get
take
fought
everything
for
from
what I'm
so they
saying.
can realize what
You
has
can't take
changed for
nothing
them.
from me. Can't nobody take shit from me.
You a
Period.
motherfucking
And this
lie.
is
You
no, they
American.
can't. No, they
You
can't.
American.
So again, this is
Nigga,
what I mean
they
when I
can take
say we
wealth,
get fought
health,
more by our
and, and,
own
and your
than by
life.
other people. This is an example of that. This is
The
why I
fact
said we're
that
the
you think
minority.
can't nobody take nothing from you is crazy. They can take wealth, health, and your life.
They
That's a
can't take
fact.
nothing from me. They can't take
Okay.
nothing from me. So
All right.
again, this is what I mean when I say we're the minority. I just got finished saying I go through more with my own people than I do with white people.
Who is your people?
Y'all are my people. Black people are my
No,
people. Black people and
no.
Native Indians. See,
Your
now you're gonna
gang
say,
is your people.
see,
The
this is
people
my
that
point.
believe what you
This
believe.
this is
Nigga,
this is
I
my
don't
point.
call a
I
motherfucker my
believe
people
all
because
y'all
they
are my
black.
people though.
The
But
nigga
I
that tried to
call
take my life as my people, if you don't, nigga, please. You don't get the fuck
I
out of here
call
with that.
Hey,
all
hey,
my
My people,
people
wolves in
my
sheep
people.
clothing shit.
Now Wack want to control who I call my
hey,
people. I
Cat,
can
Yeah.
call whoever I want my people.
Nah, nigga, listen. I
Cat.
don't, I will feed any child,
Here we go.
African, Caucasian, Jewish.
Okay, and I feed any child. When
Nah,
we
that
have
ain't
our
what you
food drive,
said, bro.
that ain't no. There's two
You
different
said you would feed
contexts.
an African
At
baby. You
our
wouldn't feed him.
right, our at our Israelite
I
only
wouldn't give a
event.
fuck
No,
where we was
yes, it
at.
is. That's
I
your
wouldn't give a
prerogative to
fuck
do
where
that.
we was at.
That's
And
your
if a nigga
prerogative to
tried
do
to
that.
stop me, nigga, it'll be on with him. I ain't
No
letting
problem.
no
And
child
you
in
have
front
the
of me
freedom to
starve.
do so. You have the freedom
You
to do
are a
so.
fucked up individual for
I'm
that.
not. I've never had a child in front of me starving
I
and
will
needed
not
food, and I
allow that.
said
I
no.
don't give a
I've
fuck
never had it.
what that
I've never had
child
it.
ethnic group is, race. I wouldn't give a
You
fuck.
entitled. You entitled to your opinion. But again, my
Not doing
people
it.
are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who I reach. That's who I teach. I don't care what white people try to do for themselves. They're entitled to do whatever it is
Yes,
they
you
want to
do.
do.
You
No,
always
I
talking
don't.
about what they ain't doing.
No, I can have an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. We spending months talking about Thug and what he doing in jail. That's an opinion. Anybody can have an
That's
opinion.
not an opinion.
It is an opinion.
That's a fact.
What's the fact?
We're reading and listening. No
No,
opinion.
no. What I'm saying, no, no. When I'm saying
It's not
an
opinion.
opinion of people to choose to fuck with Thug, choose not to fuck with Thug. That's their opinion. That's their prerogative. What I say about what white people do, people can choose to fuck with
That's
white
called a
people or not.
decision.
No, whatever you want to call it. We having an
Decision.
opinion where we speaking, and that's that. And I'm entitled to it.
You
Yeah,
can
you
do
are.
what you
Hey, can I ask
want.
you a
You's a
question?
racist.
I'm
Can I ask
not
you
a
a question,
racist. I
Cat?
could be prejudiced. I can't
Nigga,
be.
you a racist.
I can't be
Yeah, you
racist. I
Fuck are
could
definitely
be
y'all
racist.
talking
prejudiced.
about? Any human being could be a
You could be
racist.
racist,
Nope.
Cat.
All this old
No,
man-made
I'm
shit
only
y'all done
prejudiced.
came up with.
I'm only
Fuck out of
prejudiced.
here.
Only
Hey,
prejudiced.
all right. Can I ask you a question, Cat? So you said,
They can't influence anything you do, and they can't take anything from you, right?
I didn't say
And
influence. I said they can't take nothing. That's what I said.
I agree.
I didn't use the word influence there.
So I agree. But would you agree that 50 years, 100 years ago, you couldn't make that same statement?
Yeah, you could make that same statement. 50, 100 years ago, what they couldn't
No, it's
take
a yes
away
or no.
and
It's
what
a
we
yes
get.
or no. Could you make the exact same statement
Could
like
I
you
make the
did today?
not without? You can make the statement, but not without consequence. Depending on where you at, not without
Yeah, that's it.
consequence.
That's all I'm
If I'm in
saying.
this right, if I'm in the same environment, I can make that statement. But if I'm in an environment
Right,
like the
right,
Jim Crow type of
right,
environment you're
right.
talking about,
So,
no,
right.
you
So,
couldn't even laugh. You couldn't even
exactly.
laugh.
So
But what
watch
we
this.
But he
lost,
said
I
nothing
got
has
you. So hold
changed
on.
though.
So watch this. Right. There you go, Wack. That's where I was going.
Oh,
Now
this
listen.
nigga crazy,
what?
Is
bro.
it where it should be? Is it
Mhm.
where we want it to be? Maybe not. But to say it hasn't
It's
changed
But
is
what
crazy.
crazy.
we
That's all.
okay, the reason why I say it hasn't changed because we lost the very most important thing that any culture can have, any people can have, and that's family.
Who
Yeah,
Woo!
lost?
Though you
yeah, I
speaking
got
in,
three so.
you
Who
saying
We
lost?
all
What the
did.
fuck
again
are you
though.
talking
We
about?
gave
We
it
Everybody
up.
didn't,
didn't lose that.
We gave it up.
Everybody didn't
nigga.
lose
We
I
that.
gave
don't
it
know
up.
if you know where your
Nobody
family
understand.
at. You
Nobody
run
understand
around
the
here with
game.
8 wives,
Family
nigga. So you
good.
fucked your own
That's
family
what
up,
I'm saying.
I'm not falling for the trolling shit
nigga.
right
This
now
a fact.
because when I
You
say
don't
we, I'm
allow
not
the
even
women
talking
to
about
know each
myself.
other and all the kids to know each other.
We're,
That's you fucking your family up,
well, that's not true what you're saying. So
nigga. You shouldn't be running
I'm
around
not
here with all
speaking
them
from
damn wives.
I'm not speaking from an anecdotal experience. When I say we, you, XYZ, I include myself with it because I'm a part of my people. That's the
But your
difference.
family good though,
So
right?
we,
Nigga crazy.
my family is
Right.
perfect.
So how
So
could
But
you say
how you
I'm
ain't
not
got no
talking about
family? How they take our
I don't.
family?
I'm not in a position where I worry about myself. That's so selfish to me. Just my personal opinion. My personal opinion is to just worry
Well
about
then, nigga, you
myself
ain't no
is
man.
selfish. I am a man
Nah, you
because
can't be no man.
my family is just
That's
fine.
why they're your
My
kids.
kids don't want for nothing. My family don't want for
That's
nothing.
why they're
My
your.
wives
Don't
don't want for
tell me
nothing.
you don't worry about yourself, nigga. When you
I
got kids,
don't.
that's your
No, no,
shit,
that ain't what I said. That is not what I said. I said I don't only worry about myself. I worry about my people. That's the position I'm in.
nigga. You
That's how
just
I
said
speak.
you wouldn't feed an African baby, nigga. Get the fuck
That's
out
not
of here.
my people.
That's definitely your people.
No, it's not.
People are your people.
So what we lost, not understanding the game, is that the price that we got for them senators, the price that we got for the DEI hires and shit like that, we didn't see the hustle of separating the family. And now the family fucked up. To where
so let
kids
me
are
ask
suffering
this
from
then.
PTSD because the
I
father and
got you.
mother ain't
I
together. They
got
don't know
you.
what the fuck they doing.
But Cap, if
Hold
you
on,
think oh go
hold
ahead,
on,
Wack.
hold
This
on.
Go ahead.
nigga is
Hold
crazy,
on,
man.
bro. Hold on. So let me get
Out of
this right.
control.
Let me get this right. So you blaming the system
I'm not
because
blaming
the
the system
man
at
wanted
all.
to smoke
I'm
crack?
not blaming the system. I didn't mention crack.
What you talking about?
I didn't say nothing
You
about
saying
crack.
because the father, bro, the men that ain't
What
in
I
their
said was
households
we
is
didn't see the
decision.
game that was coming. We fell for the game and gave up our family. I didn't blame the
Gave up
system.
what you
I
mean
didn't.
gave up their
Where's the
family?
black family at? Where the black family at? Break it
Nigga,
down.
they
You got
everywhere.
one? I
But
got one. I don't
Yeah, what the
understand.
I'm
fuck are
not.
you talking about?
No problem. No problem. Y'all got it.
No,
Y'all
no,
right.
but
What are
Yeah,
you
Cap,
talking about?
because I got a family. That means
no,
black
but
people
Nigga,
are
Cap,
these
together.
niggas is, hey bro, it's white people
Either
who
we,
families
hey,
is broken.
hey, listen,
That ain't
if we
no
having a
one, that
personal,
ain't just on black people.
if we having a personal conversation, then
Ain't
we can
nothing
stop it because
personal,
my
nigga. Hey bro, stop
right, what I'm
acting
saying, but
like, stop fucking acting like we the
no,
only ones that got
that
separation
ain't
and
no.
broken
So are we
homes.
talking about black people or are we talking about me? Because
I
every
don't talk
time I
but
about,
talk
I'm
Cap,
gonna
about
be
black people,
real.
they'll keep
I
saying, but
don't
I'm
preach
sorry.
black people shit
They'll just
to
listen,
the
man. Y'all keep
people.
saying, but your family is
I
fine. Your
preach
family is
deal
fine. We're
with
not having an
people.
individual
People need to
conversation.
all coexist with one another. That's what I
That's
preach.
fine. No problem. I don't have a problem with you preaching, but every time I start talking about families, y'all keep saying your
But
family. My family is
Because you saying
fine.
like,
So if we're just talking about my family, then
are
we ain't got
there
to
Asian
talk no more
families that's
because my
broke up?
kids are fine. I don't
Are there
know. That ain't
white
my
families
business.
broke up?
That's not
Are
my
there black
business.
families broke up?
Black families
As
are broke up.
every ethnic
Right.
group have families that's together and that's broken up, bro. That's
Facts.
all
You
but
I'm
know
saying.
Cap,
what? when
But
white
Cap,
people come together, hold on. When white people come together,
Here
they
we
come
go.
together to fix their families, and they are entitled to do
Black
so.
people
no,
come
that's not
together to
And
that
fix
so
all.
their
black
families
people,
Not
too.
all.
and right. So why y'all
Not
getting mad
all.
at me? Because that's what I'm talking about.
We not nobody mad
But,
though. Hey,
Then
Cap.
what am I
but
But
getting
what I'm
rough
saying,
back for?
hold
Bill,
on,
let
no,
me
no, no,
jump in
you
right
good?
quick.
Cause you want niggas
Oh,
to
go
be
ahead.
on this racist
I don't
ass
want no.
shit.
I ain't told nobody to be like me. I ain't never said, "Hey, y'all got to be racist like
Nigga,
me."
don't know, nigga, I don't hate
I
nobody,
actually
nigga.
agreed with Lavish when Lavish said, "I wish they would both go away." I said, "Lavish, I agree with you that they should both go away." So this ain't no conversation where I want nobody to be racist. Come
But
on,
Cap,
man.
but Cap, can I get in here right quick? Let me explain it from a different perspective. You're saying your family is okay, right? And different people telling you their family is okay. And I think the problem is that we bought into a lot of this stuff and it sounds good. You know, when they say stuff like it's more black men in prison than in college, and when they say the black family is broken up, we buy into this. All black families are not broken up. All black homes are not in disarray.
Right.
Is there some problems that need to be fixed? Absolutely, but that's a broad American problem. When y'all talk about welfare and separation in the home and all of that, white women had to do the same thing. So that was a American problem.
So
And
when
what
they
we're
got rid of DEI, and now black women are losing their jobs because of DEI. Black men are losing it.
not just black
Why
women
can't
though, Cap. You know what you know what's so funny?
DEI was for
No, no,
black
listen,
people,
Cap,
right?
Cap, listen
This
to
is what
me,
I'm
Cap.
talking about. The minute I
No,
start
no,
talking about
listen to
black
me.
people,
Now,
I got to
I'm
hear
about
about
to
other
answer
races of
you.
people.
But no, 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 I'm about to answer you. What you're saying, you know who you sound like, Jeremy Green. Because the premise is thinking that black women and black people got these jobs because they were black. And
If I could,
that's the only reason that they were put in these positions. What I'm saying is black women are not the only ones that benefited from DEI.
I never
White women
said that. That
benefited.
once again, why do I?
Okay,
Why can't I ever just have a conversation about my people?
okay,
I
so
didn't
let's talk
say
about
nobody
okay, let's
else
talk
lost a
okay.
job.
All
As a
right,
matter of fact,
I
more
won't
white
talk
women
about them.
benefited from
I
more
won't
white
talk
women.
I
More
won't
white
talk
women.
I won't talk about
More
white women. I won't talk
more
about
white
them.
women benefited from DEI than any other species and race in America. More
So
white
That's because
women
why
they're
did.
the highest population, Cap. They outnumber
Man,
white
listen, man,
men.
y'all
There's
got it.
more of
Listen,
them.
man,
No, hold
this
on,
is
Cap.
this
Listen,
is
hold on.
why I said.
You good?
This
Hold
is the
on, hold
last
on.
thing I'm gonna say. This is why I said I'm my side is the minority because I get more fight from my own when I have conversations with white people, whether they're racist or not, they all understand. It's only my people
Nah,
that fight me tooth and
nah,
nail
Cap.
Cap is a
when
That's
I'm
racist.
not
only
true, Cap.
saying I want
Cap
to
is a racist.
prioritize my people. What is wrong with that?
All right,
it's
hold on,
not
real
nothing
Just
quick.
tell me
about
what.
saying
Okay, if ain't
prioritizing
nothing
Let
your
me
wrong with
answer
that,
this,
then
people,
I ain't got
Devious.
nothing else to
but
say.
Hold
not
on,
No
hey,
putting
sweat.
us in
No
all
sweat.
in one box.
Devious. Can I answer this real quick? So, Cap, what happens is it's not the message so much, but when you say things, you say them out of context, meaning you act like there's no other people impacted or no other
There it
scenarios
goes.
other than
There it
our
goes.
people.
Yeah, and that's
They
not
are
true.
not the subject. The subject is not are all
I
You
people
know,
know
but
why?
equality. The
Because
go
she's
ahead.
subject
living
is,
in its
man,
own
how
little
we y'all
world.
man, y'all know my motherfuckers is crazy as fuck.
You're
Nah,
living in
This
your
Cap.
own little
conversation,
world.
I'm not living in my own little
Yes,
world.
you
If
are.
I was living in my own little
I'm
world, I
living
would
in
have
the
disagreed with
world.
Lavish. I would have disagreed with Lavish and said,
I'm
"Nah,
living in
we
the
got to keep this
world.
going." I agreed with Lavish. If you go to my live stream when that white boy got killed, the first thing that I said was, "We have to recognize that America has a violence problem, and we should stop focusing on black, white on black, and deal with violence." Anybody can go
I
see it.
got
It's
you.
on my live stream from
I
yesterday.
got
So
you. I
I
got you.
don't live
All
in
right.
no small fucking world.
So hold on.
But whenever I want to prioritize my people, I can't when I'm around my own
All right.
people.
Hold on.
And that's the fucked
No,
up
hold
shit.
on. Hold on. All right. So, Cap. All right. So we on 9/11 right now, right? So when them planes hit the building, would you say that just black people died in those buildings? No, right? But when you conversating, you would think no other culture, race, or anything was impacted by them buildings coming down. That's how the conversations be going. It ain't that we don't feel bad for ours, but the context of we're not the only ones who suffered from what happened on 9/11. Just as an example, because we on that date. You understand?
That don't
It's
even
not
make
just
sense
us.
because on that subject,
Yes.
on that subject of 9/11, that includes all races of
So
people.
does a
On
lot of the
this
things we're
conversation,
talking
this
about.
conversation only started with this conversation started with white and black being racist. Lavish was of the opinion that the whites that are racist are the minority as well as the blacks. I'm of the opinion that the whites are the majority. We're only this way because we're in defense mode. So it's only a white and black conversation. With that said, I agreed with Lavish that it should be taken off the table. The racism, all of that should be taken off the table. I just disagreed that the only reason I'm the way I am is because of white supremacy and what they consistently do to us. If they wasn't doing nothing to us, I wouldn't be saying nothing.
Nobody fights
You
you on
have
that
never
part.
seen an Israelite attack a white person because of their race. You've never seen an Israelite shoot a white person, harm a white person because of their race. But we have seen white people, cops or civilians, do things to black people and Hispanic people because of their race. So there's
I got
only
you. So
one that's the majority because they are actively putting the minority,
okay,
which is
okay,
us, on the defense. So this ain't
okay.
no
So
general
okay,
human
okay,
conversation.
okay, okay. All right, let's take it from there. So if I say to you by the numbers that black poverty is at 18%, right? Would you say all black people are poor?
No, I would not.
Right. So
If that number is legit,
so
I
follow
would
my
not
point.
say
No,
that.
I know. You could say that's what it says, right? It could be 20, it could be 12%. Let's just say it's 18 because that's what it says, right? If you speak as though all our people are impoverished, that's what it sounds like sometimes, even if that ain't your intent. You get me? Like it don't
I've
apply to
explained. Listen,
everybody. But hold on. I'm a land. But what I'm saying is that's not to take away from the people that are impacted. But if you say all families are in disarray, black families, it's just not accurate. But that don't take away from we should fix the families that are broken. You
so
get me?
that's why what I tried to get rid of earlier when that word all,
Right,
which I keep explaining as a general statement, I try to take it away. But
right.
even if I would have said some or small, I still would have got
No, that's
pushback.
not true. Not for
Y'all been
me
asking me
anyway.
about
Not
my
for me.
fucking
Not for me.
y'all been asking me about my fucking personal life since I started talking about families. My family is
No,
absolutely
we give
perfect.
you
All my
credit for your
wives,
family.
all
That's
my
our point.
children, all of that shit.
No,
But when I talk about black, let me give you an example of what I mean. 'Cause when I talk about families, you'll hear me say we. If I talk about drugs, you hear me say we. I'm not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. My family ain't fucked up. The reason why Captain Tazaryach, say we is because I make it personal because it means something to me when I see the condition of my people.
no,
That's
that's
why I
fair.
speak that way. Okay, then, so
That's
I need
fair.
people to understand that so we don't have this argument about don't say we. Look at the percentages. Look at this. I would hope we would be at the intelligence level where people will understand where I'm coming from.
No,
But
but
it's more like arguing just to
no,
argue instead of
no.
understanding
I
where
got
I'm
you.
coming from.
So watch this, Cap. So it's
Hey,
not
black
for the
man.
one.
Hey, black
Hold on.
man. Can
Oh,
I?
hey,
Can
let me. I'm gonna
I
land and pass to you,
go
Brock.
ahead.
Is that
Go
cool?
ahead. Yes.
What I was gonna say is for those can comprehend that all don't mean all is cool. Is those that may take that word literally where the clarification should be made. I'm gonna just pass it to Brock
Black men. What are we debating about?
though.
What's
it's
the
a,
what's the
it's
premise?
a
Of,
few
what's the
little
premise of
things.
this debate
I
on
don't
this
know if
on this
Cap want to
ten
summarize. I could give
42
it
in the
an
morning,
attempt.
man?
Hey, I'm done with it. I'm
You
done
Okay.
with
done
it.
with it? You good,
Yep.
Cap?
Yeah, I'm done with
All
it.
right, cause I could tell they was getting my boy Cap out of spirit, bro. I don't know what y'all doing to him, man, but leave my dog alone,
I,
man. He got y'all getting him out of spirit
Nah,
for,
Brock,
bro.
that just make
What?
for a better
I just
podcast later. Trust me. He gonna use this fuel and then he gonna go educate the masses.
I think my thing is what Dale was saying and what I was getting at with Cap or whoever. I hate the word all. And so when I hear the black family is in disarray, You might be saying that all are not, and we need to correct the ones. I hate all conversations. I hate all conversations. I hate that black people are suffering, and I hate all conversations. Is there some things that we are going through? Is there some effects of some things that happen to of us to us in history that historically happens to us? Absolutely. I will be a fool and a liar to say it does not. I'm not one of those ones that's going to say that. But what I don't like, me and Brock had this conversation before. I think sometimes what happens is people say certain things so much that it becomes truth. And if we continue to keep telling our children and black kids that the black family, that black people don't work, that black people don't know how to stick together, that black people don't know how to create a family, they start to believe that to be true. And it's not. Because every race of people got lazy mother that don't do what they supposed to do. Niggas is the only ones that get targeted for being that. You got single parents. You got single parents in every race in this country, and it's different things that call. Is it a historical fact that some of the problems that black people have? Yes, but what Wack was getting at was crack. Irresponsibility is another thing that we kind of got to held accountable for. So it's various reasons why families are not together. And if we continue to use all in these references, I hate when people attack. I didn't get a chance because yesterday was a hard day for me. I didn't get a chance to talk to Jeremy yesterday when he was saying about affirmative action. This is the thing that people don't understand in this country. Before we had affirmative action, we had nepotism, and we still have it. It was called the Old Boys Club, where Tom and Bill was on the golf course and they talked about their son needing a job. And the boy was dumber than a box of rocks. But because he knew somebody, he got a job. They've been doing it for years. The difference is that when we get in there, we can't be dumber than a box of rocks, no matter if they gave us a quota system or not. Once black and brown people got in these positions, our parents already told us that we had to work 10 times harder to prove that we belong there. So people credit affirmative action saying people are not um I'm going on a tangent, y'all, but I couldn't say it yesterday. But I'm
Yeah,
just saying
I'm a,
I'm trying to dispel these myths. That's so when I hear words called all, I want to dispel those
I'm gonna
myths.
tell you
So
how cynic.
I'll
I'm
end
gonna
with
tell you
that.
how cynical people could be. I'm gonna put myself in this category. There's no difference when you just spoke with saying between saying we all our. You said nepotism as if it was all, and white people might say, well, all of us wasn't nepotism. Then you said we, and you said our black and brown, our parents, as if all the parents said it. But because I understood what you
I
meant,
got you. I
but
got you.
because I understood what you meant, I'm not gonna be cynical and focus on because you said all black and brown, our parents, because that our is the same as all. Like we have to raise our contextual learning to a level to where whether you say all or we, like you just did, is no
Right. You're
different
right.
than if I
You're
say
right.
all or we.
Well,
Because
I
then
did
it's
not
exactly.
being
You're
divisive,
right.
Cap, to
I
be
did exactly
non-biased
what you
about that.
did, and you're right. You're
Yeah, and
right.
that's and what he that's a great that he definitely that was a mic drop type moment. But